Thank you very much. I just want to register my profound gratitude to each and everyone who showed up. Every submission, every idea, every panacea is regarded and revered here at Pressure Point. Next time, we shall endeavor wengi wapate mic. I just want to entreat us not to bastardize our politics into rhetorics of one term or two term without depth. Let us learn to interrogate issues. As they say, a true statesman or any proper leader, whether in thought or in action, endeavors to convince, control, and compel the admiration of all classes and creed. Do our current crop of leaders convince us, compel us, or have they garnered our admiration? Logical thought and power of appeal never fails to command attention as well as respect. This country, as we've reiterated, most of us in this discourse today, belongs to us and the ilk of the Kagun, my Kagun, and also your children. So when I hear arguments like tutoe Ruto tuweke speaker, which one? Weta, who gets clobbered na bibi, ni Kenya ataweza? Ama soprano? Or the Chief Justice who has turned judiciary into a circus? Our united opposition, and by the way, my candidate belongs there, we are not clear on how they will transform Kenya. How pia sahi wako discuss positions as a fellow learned friend has just pointed out there, that is fronting somebody like the DCP party leader is fronting somebody like Mythical Inturi, the guy that we know when he was CS Agriculture, oversaw the giving of farmers sand as fertilizer. So how is he going to be a governor, surely? You see, they talk about liberation as a convenient camouflage to mask their sordid aim, which is power. They talk about democracy, while all we experience, the rest of us down here, is disenfranchisement. What liberty are they talking about in the midst of economic lynching? Because they have weaponized poverty, they have weaponized religion, they have weaponized our ignorance. Na pia mjue kutoa mtu is not enough. Let us start by being law-abiding, conscious, and decent citizens. Or else hata mweke Ondeto, or mfufue Dedan Kimathi. Nothing will change. Because we elect our leaders from amongst us. Countries like the so-called Singapore, tunashinda tumeibiwa Singapore. Hata mate huwezi tema ovyo ovyo in Singapore. Huku kwetu KE, tunakojoa kwa ukuta, tunatupa takataka ovyo ovyo, tunatetea wapumbavu, then we wonder why we end up with pathetic leaders. You know, politicians akiwaita group kuwapea 200 bob to cause violence. Corner him, hapo penye amewaita hata msingi atoke. Mnamzunguka hivi. Hapo hapo. Mnamwambia tuko na sako kama youth, kama watu wa boda, au kama this kind of group, tupatie 500k or this much, we want to start a project. Muone kama tawapea. 200 bob ya kwenda kupigana muone, that one they can give easily. Na kwanza wakienda kuchukua hiyo pesa, they get like 10 million, alafu 8 million wanaweka, ama 9 million, 1 million ndio wanapatia, wanajua venye wanagaa between group leaders, alafu nyinyi hapo mnapewa 200. You see? And when we talk about revolution simply means to revert. Sio lazima venye Kimani amesema tuende tuuliwe streets ndio to bring change. You can do things like holding your leaders accountable. That is part of revolution. Most significantly, please register as a voter. Tafadhali, that is also a way to revert, to create a revolution. So much respect to you, Hillary and Ms. Mutai. You are impeccable co-hosts. Let us do this more often. And that quote that my dear friend did not want to mention, I am a very, very, very honored student of Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara. That quote, I believe it takes a certain amount of madness to create change. That is the quote you did not want to say. Of course, you are going to continue being mad until we create change. Most of us see an akizungumini being very eloquent and articulating issues. Ikifika kwa ballot, we retreat to our tribal cocoons kuvote mtu wetu. You see? At this point, and this point rather goes to my Luo brothers and sisters who are listening. We are too caught in symbolism rather than substance. And I understand why. Symbolically, it feels good to have, a Luo like being given a CS position. Like right now, we have a Luo CS for energy. But one day, the other day, you saw him on TV, does not even know the kind of oil we have in Turkana, just busy farming from both sides of the mouth. Even the names that are being fronted as DP have no tangible or admirable administrative track record. They have no record of fighting for those who have been subjugated or excluded. So the rest of us, they expect us to support them blindly because we will harvest vicariously their success or what. Someone would then ask, as Hillary and my co-host, Ms. Mutai, keep saying, what is the way forward? After all this prattling, honestly, I am not technocrat, I am not bureaucrat, I am not pandit. I'm just a layman who can harness my thoughts and say this. Change of leadership alone cannot transform Kenya. Because where do we get our leaders from? Jupiter. We pick them from among us, and they're a reflection of us. Hata tupatie Matiang'i wangu, ama Sifuna, ama nani. After 2-3 years, we'll be singing, whoever must go again. Because it's the system that is rotten. As young people, it is incumbent upon us to reimagine a new Kenya. Because as I've covered, the system is absolutely bogus. Tell me why we have over 1,000 low IQ charlatans called MCAs being paid with our taxes, money that is otherwise enough to offer free education. Hata hii human rep seats that I am garnering for, kazi yao ni nini? Distributing pads na kupea women groups sijui kamweredo viti na few equipments za salon. Because when it comes to legislation, how many woman reps out of the 47 do you know who debate cogently or even draw pro-people bills? Then finally, tuache ukabila. We should start reasoning as citizens and not victims. The Constitution has given us power and sovereignty. In fact, there are more Kenyans loyal to Arsenal or Manchester or Liverpool than they are loyal to Kenya, like Chacha has said. Some were even calling for Iran to come and bomb State House. You see? Let us embrace patriotism and stop retreating to our tribal cocoons just in support of buffoons who forget us once they get positions. Sini sisi tu upewa 200 tuuane na our political class. So when you look at me, see a Kenyan, not a Luo. When I look at you, I should see a Kenyan, not a Kikuyu, not a Kisii, not a Luya, not a Somali. Youth, first of all, to change our mindset. That will be the first step towards realizing the change that we seek. Because your mindset yetu is the one that will draw us into electing leaders who are accountable regardless of where wanatoka wapi. Thank you very much.